Welcome back to another episode of Talkin Two Missy
and Ready.
And today what we talking about, Ready?
Today what we're talking about is your best way isn't the best way.
So are you one of those people that think you got it all in the bag, in a bag of chips?
You know it all. You would know it all and you know that it's right.
You don't need no more learning, huh?
Nah, you got it all.
You don't need nobody to teach you nothing, huh?
Everything that you say and you think is the right way.
You taught it all by yourself, huh?
Everybody else is secondary.
Yeah.
That's what we're talking about today.
We're going to talk about that category.
Yeah. I was cursed with that. You know that? You know I was.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I had that bad. I thought my way was the best way. I thought that because I'm an overthinker. I overthink everything. So pretty much when I overthink, I research, I do so much stuff. And now I came to the conclusion of this and I present it. And then if she says anything that is wrong or somebody else says anything that is wrong with it, right? And then I'm like, nah, I thought it through. This is it.
Your way is wrong. You just ain't got time to think it through.
Exactly.
But I did.
Like, I thought this through. I highly doubt that you did as much research as me. You put as much time and thought process into this than me and stuff. So therefore, I'm right, you're wrong. I have evidence for this.
Yeah, that was totally you.
And that's incorrect.
It is.
It's not right.
I'm glad you know.
I know. That's crazy, right? Dang, I came a long way.
I'm pretty sure you came a long way since you realized that.
Yeah.
The world opened up after you got out of that.
I know. I was seeing black and white at first, monotone. But now I see color.
So today, we want to talk to all the black and white people and just throw a few suggestions. We ain't telling y'all what to do.
Self and monotone looking.
We just throwing out a few suggestions on what.
You don't have to listen. It's okay. We know you know it already. You know what I mean? We just trying to help. That's all. We just trying to help. You feel me?
I mean, it do take one to know one.
Oh yeah.
And it also take one to teach one.
Oh yeah.
So
she thought she knew it all, but she was more flexible than I was.
Yeah, I was always flexible.
Yeah, you was more flexible.
Exactly.
Kind of slang. But yeah. So pretty much. Let me break it down to you like this. We're going to start off harsh, okay? You don't know it all. You really don't. You know what I mean? It's a lot of people in this world. It was a lot of people before us, and it's going to be a lot of people after us. You do not know it all. All these books and stuff that was written. You know what I mean?
I taught him that.
You don't know it all. You just don't know. You don't know it all. I'm sorry to break it to you, but it's the truth. You don't know it all.
No, you don't know it all.
No.
And if you did know it all, I think the world wouldn't be a great place for you because what would you have to see?
It would be boring. Yeah. You need to go move to Pluto, Mars, somewhere else, and then go figure that out. Because if you really do know it all, what's the point of being here? One of the pleasures of life is learning new things. For sure. So like me, I learn new things about her every day. You know what I mean? And I've been with her for like over 10 plus years. Like, I say 10 just because it's a solid number, but it's like 13, 14 years, like easy and stuff, you know what I mean? Consecutive.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If we talking about unconsecutive and then we talking about like 17, 16 years, huh?
And you don't know jack.
I know. I'm dating us right now. You know that? I'm dating us by saying how long we've been together. It's all right. We cool. We still young.
I'm still young. But yeah, back to...
Hold up.
But yeah, you don't know it all, peoples. And if you did know it all, what type of life would you actually have? Like what would you actually have to do? What would you have to learn? What heights would you be able to climb?
What goals would you be able to reach?
Yeah. I don't think, you have a pretty boring, slow, dragging type of life experience when I think about it.
And for the people that don't know how it feels to feel like you know it all, you feel like nobody can tell you anything. You know what I mean? You feel like nobody can tell you anything you already know. You already know it. You know what I mean? Yeah. And if they did tell you something, you kind of just say, oh, yeah, I hear you. But, you don't listen. You don't listen to what they're saying. You don't really take it in.
And from an outsider's viewpoint, you just got to let that person talk. Like, you really find out, like, dang, this person really think they know everything. Mm-hmm. You can't argue with those type of people, by the way. No. I'm just going to tell y'all that right now. You cannot argue with those people. You cannot let those people they ain't hearing you.
That's right.
You the only one hearing yourself.
That's right. One of my favorite sayings that I say all the time is a know-it-all can't ever learn something new. They can't never learn something new. They think that they know it all already. They can't learn nothing new. They can't.
Yeah. What's that old saying? You can't teach a
you can't teach a old dog new tricks. Yeah. Or you can't you can lead a horse to the water, but you can't make him drink it. Yes, for sure.
Y'all ever heard those sayings? We got those from our parents, so we ain't that old. Just so y'all know, we didn't come from that era, but yeah. So that's some real true hard.
Especially for like for a young person, you know what I mean? A young person, you just, spreading your wings to fly, you know what I mean? You feel like, man, they can't tell me nothing. My parents been trying to tell me this and tell me this and tell me what I can't do, what's not possible. I'm going to prove everybody wrong, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But nah, it's not like that, you know what I mean? You need to go and learn from people. Like, nowadays I know the internet world is always saying about being mentored by other people. And that's okay. But I don't mind just learning. Mentorship is literally being under one person. But I like to learn from a lot of people at one time. You know what I mean? So if somebody is really good at photography, you know what I mean? You can learn so many things from this person for photography. Yeah. But then you can go to another photographer and learn different things. You can make your own type of photography style by putting them things together in what you know already. You know what I mean? So you know something that they probably don't know, and then this person knows something that the other person doesn't know, and you put it all together, and now you have something unique to you. You know what I mean?
Yep.
But if you thought that you knew it all, now you got to go through all these steps that this photographer probably already went through and learn it all slower. You know what I mean? You can fast forward the whole learning process.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna tell you, talking to somebody that think they know it all is like hitting your head on a rock 1,000,001 times.
Well, see, but that's crazy because the thing is, if you're really open-minded, and nobody is truly 100% open-minded, most people that I know, at least that I've spoken to, usually have some type of thoughts that they feel already in their head, you know what I mean? And then, to try to just sit there and listen to what somebody else say and really take in everything, you're kind of mixing and mingling. At least that's what I do. I mix and mingle what they're saying with what I already feel. That's how I kind of get through it.
Yeah, it just takes a lot of patience. And to be honest, these type of people really don't even know that they're doing it.
Yeah.
It's they don't even realize that they're doing.
That's right.
Or they're that way. They really don't. It's like a blind
veil.
Yeah, right in front of them. They don't even notice.
But at the same time, they kind of don't even care. They don't even care to know anyways because they feel like they know it all. They could care less about what you have to say because what you're saying is more insignificant than what they already came to find that is true or believe that is true.
Yeah, and those type of people, you got to show them, not tell them.
Yeah, lessons. Experience is the best teacher. That's another saying.
Yeah.
But it's true, though, because you can tell somebody something, you know what I mean? And then they can say that they get it, but when they go through it, it's a different type of getting it. You really, really grasp it and understand it. It's different than just saying, oh, I get it. I'm not going to spend all my money and then I'm not going to go broke. But then, you spend all your money, you go broke, you're like, oh, this is what they was trying to teach me to not do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's a totally different lesson. Experience, they'll slap you into reality real quick.
Real quick, huh?
Real quick, probably 2 times,
Yeah, and people that know it all is they're in their own reality.
That's
they're
right.
in their own world of reality.
For sure. They are.
Yeah.
It's crazy. So what would you do if you was with a know-it-all? Somebody that feel like they knew it all, you know what I mean? They knew best about everything, you know what I mean? And then you're with them, so you're trying to live life with them comfortably and happily. You're trying to help them and stuff like that. How do you go about that type of thing? This could be a mother, a spouse, a father. This could be anybody. The relationship could be anything, you know what I mean? But you're living with this person. So, your father telling you, my father used to tell me that, oh, playing games all day, you're not going to ever make nothing from that. You know what I mean? And then now people is making multi-million-dollar playing video games. You know what I mean? They made that their career. So, if I talk to my father about that right now, depending on his knowledge level on that, how would he take that? Hey, father, people is making millions of dollars playing video games. Nah, you got to go get a 9-to-5 job. That's how you do it. And you work up and you get promoted, you get ranked up, and then that's how you do it.
Yeah, he'll probably answer like that.
Yeah, nah, man.
Nah. But can you repeat your question?
You like how do you live with a person that knows
how do you live with a person how do you live?
Yeah, how do you deal with that? How do you slap them into reality?
Well, folks,
metaphorically speaking, of course.
Well, folks, I'm here to tell you it is possible.
It's possible.
It is.
I'm a living example.
It is possible. And this can go. This is not even a gender situation because there's women and men that have this, this mentality,
the stature of them.
So, but yeah, it's possible to live with somebody like that, but it just really depends on. I think you really gotta foresee a future, and like it's really hard.
It don't sound like you know the answer, even though she lives with it.
No, because it is really hard. Because I think it depends on the person. Because you have people that's like, "Oh, I'm up out of here. Like I ain't got time for this. I got stuff that I want to do. I want to live my life. You're holding me back." You know,
you was a trooper. You was a trooper, so it was hard for you. Obviously, I'm not gonna say it was easy, but you stuck in.
Well, because it comes with personality too. Like I'm personally a person that looks at the bigger picture. Okay. And I see the potential in people, and then I know that sometimes I look at to be honest with you, sometimes you look at them like poor baby, like that, like poor baby, like they don't know. I'm older than you. Don't you see this? Yeah, but it's like a kid. I don't know who got kids out there, but it's really like that type of no disrespect, but it is taken. Because you have to have like that motherly parent or fatherly parent type of patience to deal with people that you truly love and that you really want to succeed in life.
Okay, so you're saying that because you was in a relationship with me, right? But what about people, like I said, I use a father as an example as well.
Exactly. But that's what I'm saying. Parents do it too.
So how would you be how would you give off a fatherly, motherly vibe to a father or somebody that feels that they're not, I want to say superior, but somebody that feels like they are teaching you.
So like if I was a child and trying to teach my mom.
Yeah, how would you tell your mom, like, Mom, cooking like this, it's a better way to cook. And she's like, what? I used to change your diapers. I made all your meals in your life right now. Like, how would you get her to understand that, Mom, it's a better way?
Well, first of all, tradition is real. So sometimes with your parents, it's really hard when they came from a different era than you did.
Okay.
But they have to be open-minded, and then you can do it.
Okay, see, now you just bring up something. The other person have to be willing to actually learn themselves, because I'm telling you,
that's what I was trying to get to.
First couple years that me and her was together, I was not willing. It was no way. She can tell me anything. She can make as much sense as she wanted to make, and then it went in one ear and out the other. You know what I mean? And I care about her. I had a high regard for her, so I didn't just ignore her. But at the same time, in my head, that little person that's talking in my head was telling me that, like, okay, she's trying to do what is best for me, but I know what is best for me. How can she tell me when I already know? You know what I mean? So first of all, the person have to be willing to actually even listen.
Yeah.
To change. Yeah, that's the first part. If the person is not willing, you can't tell them nothing. It's like you can talk to them all day, and they're not going to hear you. They're not going to, they're going to, if they respect you and they love you or whatever, they might sit there and then they might hear what you're saying, but they're not going to listen to what you're saying.
Yeah, but you could help that person to grow that willingness too.
Oh yeah.
You can be the person that actually opens this person's eyes to want to actually listen.
The person that is trying to open this person have to have patience.
Yeah, you have to have patience.
Yeah, so the other person have to have willingness, and then you have to have patience for the simple fact of it takes time. Like, that's a hard thing. Like, that's like hard rooted in people sometimes. I know, like I'm speaking about myself right now, so it's not like I'm speaking on the fence. Like I'm literally the guy that we're talking about right now. You know what I mean? Like, she had a lot of patience. There was a lot of times that, she had like she went through a lot. You know what I mean? It was hard. You know what I mean? And then I seen her and I tried to help her, but I just didn't understand. I just thought I was right. I was trying to help her. It was me trying to do what was best for her and for myself. And she was doing what was best for me and her. You know what I mean? She was putting me first. I was putting me first and her second. She was putting me first and herself second. You know what I mean? And I know that sounds selfish, you know, but at the same time, she just was so willing. I mean, she was so patient. She was patient with me.
Yeah, patient.
Yeah, she was patient. But I wasn't willing. I was not willing at all.
Because you didn't know what that looked like.
Nah.
Like, you didn't know what that world even looked like.
No.
So, of course, you was like, you know, and I ain't justifying nothing for you, but okay. I'm just saying that type of mentality is like tunnel vision type of mentality. So you don't even know what's outside the tunnel. You only used to what's in the tunnel, so that's what you stick to. And anybody trying to come in there, you on defense.
Yeah,
you know?
they invading.
Yeah, they're invading you. So yeah, it's a mental
barrier
for sure.
Yeah, I'm telling you this because of like I'm not no fool. I'm not ignorant. You know, I like when I was younger or whatever like that, it was things that I knew and I feel like I was right for that. You know what I mean? But I just didn't know it all. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter how smart you are. You know, you can learn from your child. You can learn from a kid. You know what I mean? They can tell you something. If you just push this person off, you won't never know. You know what I mean? You're just like, nah. Now you just wasted a couple of years learning what this person already knew. You know what I mean? It's okay to listen and not always have to be the one to talk and speech. And
it's also okay to listen, but not do. You don't have to do
most
just
definitely.
What somebody teach you or something.
But that's all. Take it. That's what I always did. That's what I always did, though. I used to always tell you, like, oh, you know, I hear you and stuff like that. I hear what you're saying.
But you wasn't listening.
Yeah, you know. Like, I don't have to respond just because I'm hearing you, though.
No, I used to say, I'm listening. I say, yeah, you listening, but do you hear me?
Oh, yeah, that's how we used to say it. Yeah,
like you're listening. I'm listening,
but do you hear me? That's it.
But do you hear me?
Yeah, she did used to say
you know? So it's a difference, y'all.
Yeah, listening, but not, Yeah, I had to feel it myself. I had to really feel it myself for me to actually really make a move. It took pretty much the bulk of our relationship to actually be where I am today. And I'm still learning. Those hand claps, y'all. That's hand claps you giving.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a good. I don't know which button that is. They can do it.
Oh man.
Yeah, she's trying to give me some applause.
So then we just try one.
Nah, that's not it.
Well, that's the sad one. That was the before today. This is when he was in the tunnel vision. That was that sound.
Oh yeah, that was that. So
we ain't know what road you was gonna end up going down, you know.
Nah. I thought I could navigate by myself.
But it's real beneficial, right?
Uh-huh.
The fact that you came out of your black and white era.
Yeah. It's
I'm
better.
glad for you.
Yeah, it's better.
Yeah, I'm glad.
I know I don't sound convincing because it's still a learning process, to be honest. It's hard to go against, like, I know it's right for me versus like she knows what is right for us. You know what I mean? It's really a hard transition. It really is.
But you know, for y'all out there who do have that struggle or who just don't care and like being that way, that's cool too.
It is.
But if you're struggling and you actually notice that you're that way and you really love somebody or you really want some help from the people that surrounds you, like, you know, it's possible for you to come out of that tunnel vision that you're in.
It is.
You don't always have to be a know-it-all. Like, you know, you could still want to be a know-it-all, but still have that willingness to know something. And, you know.
You got to want it for yourself. You really do. Like, I really, really wanted to be with this woman right here, Missy Sure. I really want to be with her. So, you know, seeing her struggle or seeing her in pain because of something that I was doing was affecting me. You know what I mean? That's what really made me change, you know, wanting to be better for us. Why are you smiling like that?
Because I was about to say, come on with the challenge. I like a challenge.
Yeah. Being better for us really, really made me want to change. I was like, dang, like, what am I doing wrong? Like, what's going on? And stuff like that, you know, because I have her best interest at heart, really, deep down inside me. I really do have her best interest at heart, right? And I have my own best interest at heart. But why is she still not happy? Why is she still not in a better place? You know what I mean? Because I always was happy. I was always like, you know, I was happier than her, you know. But then my happiness that I got from her was always like diluted. Like why is she not always happy? Like, you know, I just couldn't understand it. But we're way better now. You were more so
happy with yourself, though.
Yes,
you know, personally. it wasn't a happiness from the collective. No. You was just happy because it was yourself.
Yes, something that I did. If I put my mind to something and I did it, I was happy about that.
Yeah.
And at the same time, it had nothing to do with Missy Sure and I at all. It had nothing to do with us. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then every time when she tried to put a little spice in it, and then that's when I actually had the problem. That's when the happiness, my happiness got messed up.
Yeah. You know, people that think they know it all, you have to do that one trick where you be like, you know, where they say, you don't know what you got until it's gone type stuff. Because that really do help. I don't know if that just helped those type of people.
Don't be scaring everybody out here.
No, I'm not scaring y'all. But at the end of the day, like sometimes you do have to open their eyes to let them know they might lose something. Because in their brain, they think that they got the perfect everything, you know, because it's ran or they're the, what is it, the culprits or the...
They're the receivers.
Yeah, well, they're always receiving.
Yeah, and then...
So they don't... So when you take...
And then they're lost.
They're lost.
They're just, like, what's going on? It's
like a kid, you know. You give... I'm just saying, like, you know, you keep giving the kid something. The moment you take it away, they throw in a tantrum, you know.
Oh, my goodness.
I'm just saying.
I was no kid.
I'm just saying. Well, ignorance...
Horrible example.
Well, you know, ignorance could also be displayed as small children.
Oh, yeah. I can see that.
So that's what I'm saying.
Ignorance is bliss. I'm going to tell you that. That's my best thing. Like, when I was ignorant, I was happy. I was really happy with myself. But then our relationship suffered. You know what I mean? And I'm not just talking about our love relationship. I don't even know how to put it. I'm not just talking about our affection relationship. The whole thing, like our friendship and everything. You know what I mean? Because we're not just lovers. We're actually friends too. You know what I mean? So that suffered too. You know, we wasn't able to really hang out and do a lot of things that we used to do. No problem. Because you know, I always had some type of personalization of it. Preference. Thank you. I had some type of preference about everything, and I thought I was right about my preferences. So you know. Yeah. Missy Sure trying to tell me that, you know, you don't have to buy 80 cars. I'm like, what? Like, if I got enough money to buy 80 cars, I could do that. You know, what you talking about? And stuff. Like, no, we could do something else. We can do this. And, like, what you talking about? I have enough money to do it. You know what I mean? And I didn't want to hear her. I just didn't.
So what was your actual, for all the people that think they know it all out there, what advice would you actually give them? Like, you know, what was your breakthrough?
Okay. My breakthrough, this is serious, you guys. I'm gonna lay it on y'all. I'm gonna lay the law down. All right, your preference is, first of all, how much do you really care about this relationship or this person? And when I say relationship, I'm saying like, you know, with a brother, with a sister, with a mother, with a spouse, with anything, you know, a boyfriend, girlfriend. How much do you really care about this relationship? And then after you figure that out, that's you, right? How much do you care about keeping that? How much do you care about keeping that? You know what I mean?
The foundation.
Yeah. How much do you care? How do you want this to disappear? Do you want this to end? Do you want your mother to say, I'm not talking to you never again? You know, I'm upset. Don't call me no more. Do you want your brother to move out of state, or, you know, or your spouse to go get another person that will understand them or understand what they're trying to do? And like, how much do you care about that? And then that was my breakthrough. And then I had to look at myself to see what I was doing wrong. Like, okay, so I must be doing something wrong. Communication, you know, and then I had to ask, and then what's wrong? What's going on? And then she had to be open about it too. You know, she had to be open about and understand what was the issue. You know, what was one of the biggest issue, and then it was my ignorance. It was my ignorance and my preferences. You know what I mean? I just didn't care. My carelessness. You know what I mean? My carelessness of trying to trying to compromise for both of us. Because, you know, you're not going to always be happy with every single situation and every single, like, I'm not saying that she says, let's go up and I say, okay. I'm not saying that, you know what I mean? You have a conversation, you have some type of dialogue about something, and then you compromise, and you're like, okay, we're going up. Okay, so going up is right because of why, you know what I mean? And she has to be willing to explain the whole thing to me as well. I have to be willing to listen without having a preference on top of that.
Okay.
Okay.
I got another question.
Go ahead.
Let's say that I'm I'm just going to say the brother.
Okay.
The sister.
Sister.
And what do the person that's trying to get this person, the opposite person, what do that person have to do to help the person, like, you know?
Okay, it's
like,
two things.
I can't even put
it,
but you know.
It sounds like you're trying to say...
Because you said... What advice would you give the person that think they know it all? But what advice would you give a person that wants to stick around? Like, what do they need to do to help this person that thinks they know it all? Like, what do they need to have? for this person.
Okay, so you have to be open, you have to be willing, and you have to be patient. And you have to be very, very, very verbal in action. Somehow you have to show this person what you're feeling. Like, I seen it. Like, I felt it. You know what I mean? Like, our happiness was at stake. You know what I mean? Like, you know, I felt it. Like, I seen it. So the person that is trying to get the other person to know, like, you know, like, in other ways, have to be able to verbalize or show, give some type of action to this person to understand, like, it's an issue here. If you're just going along letting this person do everything that he wants to do or she wants to do, and then pretty much it's always going to be an issue. They don't even know. You know what I mean? They're just doing what's best for them. They're doing what they think is right. If you're not actually verbalizing it or saying it, vocalizing it, it's a problem. It's a problem. You have to most definitely get this person to see. And it takes a lot of patience. They're not going to see for the first time. Like, she used to tell me, we used to have conversations like every day, but real direct conversations, like at least once a week or once every couple of weeks. Like, really, like, she used to tell me all this stuff, and I just did not understand what she was saying. I really thought I did, though. I was like, I get it. Yeah, okay, I get it. And then I do the same thing that I was doing right before the conversation. You know what I mean? I didn't feel it. I really didn't feel it myself. So you have to get this person to really feel what you're saying, and then they have to see it for themselves to actually be able to fix it. Because it starts with them. You know what I mean? It starts with them. And you have to have patience. That person has to have a lot of patience. It takes years sometimes.
Yeah, it takes years.
It takes years.
Yeah. Well, you guys heard it first from Mr. Reddy.
That's me.
You know, he gave y'all all the pointers and the ideas and the advice that y'all might need to help y'all loved one out, y'all love spouse, whatever y'all want in a relationship.
Sticking it in there.
You know, but you do have to have patience. And don't get me wrong, everybody is not savable.
Yeah, but, I know. And that's when you have to realize.
You have to know that.
When it's time to actually go. If this is really costing you your happiness and stuff like that and your stability, you have to know, like, dang, do I stick in here or do I call it quits? Do I, you know?
Yeah, but you have to have good discernment. Well, you know, you have to discern for yourself at that time, because everybody's not savable.
No, everybody isn't. Yeah,
so
that's true.
But I hope that we helped y'all out. We hope that y'all got something. Hey. You know, y'all got a little bit of our personal, you know, life and, you know, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, but if y'all like more of these type of conversations, make sure y'all put it in the comments below and let us know if you ever experienced being with somebody that think they know it all. How do you deal with it? You know, what was your experience on it? And just let us know.
Yeah, let us know, because we want to know. We're interested. I'm telling you, we are. We will read them comments. We make a new video about it, a new podcast about it. Just let us know, okay? Because we want to know. But until next time, we are out. Deuces.